Hi, welcome again to another video. I'd like to share you guys the summary from this book by John C. Maxwell, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. And if you haven't watched all the previous video, I really recommend that you watch it so that you can learn in your personal growth, and I assure you that you can learn much faster. And for today, I'd like to share with you guys the law number 13, which is the law of modeling. And the law of modeling says this: it's hard to improve when you have no one but yourself to follow. Now, in early years in my own personal growth journey, what I do is that I just want to learn whatever comes to my mind. And along the way, as I become more matured, I start to become more focused, and I just want to focus on certain area. And for me, I want to focus on the area of leadership, readership, spirituality, and also personal development. These are the four things that I want to learn in more focus in. And the first mentor that I have is books. And for you, if you want to embark in the journey of personal growth, I really recommend that you become a reader and just make books become your first mentor. But along the way, if you want to grow much deeper in whatever skill or subject that you want to learn in, there is no other way except from books, is to find mentor. And finding mentor is what this law about. In the law of modeling, John share about 6 criteria that you can use, or so that you can use this criteria for you to find mentor for you. But I just want to give warning to you guys is that don't just randomly find any mentor just because they are good at what they do. Just learn about this person, learn about he or she, not just from this charisma of social media. For example, in social media we can just fake anything, but you want to learn more about this mentor, either he or she in his or her personal life. You want to be choosy, because there are some person there are a lot of people who are good in their resume, but in the end of the day, they are just saying it without really know what they are saying about. So you really need to be selective in your selection of mentor for you. But mentor is really important. So because there are some people, it is enough for you to just admire them, just admire from far, but you don't need to come closer to them because it might be different from what you know of in their charisma in social media and whatever it is. So you want to be more selective. But at the end of the day, you really want to find a good mentor. Once you find a good mentor, I can assure you, you can grow much faster in your area that you want to learn in. Alright, in the book, John shares about 6 criteria to determine the worthiness of model to follow. And the criteria are, number 1 is that a good mentor is a worthy example. You see, we become who we admire. We become who we model and who we follow. And the value that you have will be influenced by the people that you follow. So let's say you follow models that not really good, the role model that you have maybe from your childhood and all that, but along the way their value become your value and it will influence your life. So you need to be careful to find mentor, because at the end of the day, you become who you admire, and you must looking for mentors that is worthy of your example. What are the worthy example that you want to follow in your mentor? Number 1 is that you need to find someone who are good at what they do. You must find someone who are good at what they do in their skill or in their professional that you want to learn more from this person. You need to find a mentor that good at what they do. But you also want to learn from mentors who not just good at what they do, but you also want to see their personal character. There are some people who are very good at what they do, and I think if you don't know their character, you can be fall much easier, and you will become discouraged once you found out about this leader. So you want to find a mentor or leaders who you want to follow that are good at what they do. At the same time, they have a good character. You want to find a mentor that are worthy for you to follow. It's not that you want to find mentor who are perfect. There is no perfect mentor, but you want to find mentor who are good in their character, which means they are consistent in their public life and also in their personal life. So you need to find mentor who are worth to follow their example. And number 2 is that you need to find a good mentor a mentor who is available, a mentor that you can contact at least maybe 3 or 4 times in a year, at least like that. Or the best is you can meet this mentor once every month and all that. But you really want to find mentor who is available, someone that you can contact, someone that you can have access in, or someone that maybe but not always available. Maybe they are busy at a certain time, but you can find time with them and they can spend time with you. If you have a mentor who is not available, that you cannot meet face to face, there is no use to have that kind of mentor. And the mentor that we want to follow in, of course, we want to follow mentors who are success in what they do, who are good in what they do, and because of they're good at what they do, because they are success in what they do, sometimes they are busy. That is, you must take that into consideration also. But we must find a mentor who are at least available for you. If not, there is no use to have a mentor that you cannot find and meet face to face. And because of that, John advised to us is that don't shoot too high too soon. What he means is that don't find a mentor that is way above your level now. It's not that I want to discourage you, but the first thing that you can do is that you want to find mentor that who are at least better than you in certain level, but not way too high than you, because you need to find step by step. You need to learn from someone who have that experience that you have now. Maybe some of the mentor that you want to follow, that they is already go up high and it's hard for you to follow, and maybe it's hard for them to spend time with you because we are not on the same level. So you want to find mentor that don't shoot for too high. You want to find mentor that at least a bit closer to you, because you want the mentor to be available for you, and for the mentor to be available for you, and for you to be more available to your mentor. Don't shoot too high. Step by step along the way, you can find another mentor in your life. So you must find a mentor that is good and also available to you. And number 3 is that you must find a good mentor that have proven experiences. You must the advantage of reading. That's why I love to read. The advantage of reading and also to have mentor. Especially for me, I've mentor in my ministry, or in my Bible study, in my writing. I've mentor for myself, but I don't want to reveal to you guys. I have this mentor. The advantage of having mentor and also plus with reading is that you can learn from other people's experience. You don't have to went into their experience. You don't have to went into their failure or something like that. You don't have to went into what they have gone through. You can learn from their failure. You can learn from their success. That is the advantage of having a book to read and also having a mentor for you to learn. You don't have to learn. You don't have to experience what they experience. You can learn from their experience. And I think if you learn from a mentor who have wider experience, you can learn a lot of not just knowledge but wisdom from your mentor. The Chinese proverb says this: to know the road ahead, ask those coming back. And that is a wise advice from this proverb. All right, number 4 is that you want to find a mentor who possess wisdom, and this is very important too. Let me read from page 216 from this book. All right, John shared about this story. I think some of you might heard this story. It's quite a famous story. Let me read for you. There is a well-known story of an expert who was called by a company to look at their manufacturing system. It had broken and everything was at a standstill. When the expert arrived, he carried nothing but a little black bag. Suddenly, he walked around the equipment for a few minutes and then stopped. As he focused on one specific area of the equipment, he pulled a small hammer out of his bag and he tapped it gently. Suddenly, everything began running again and he quietly left. The next day, he sent a bill that made the manager go ballistic. It was for $1,000. Quickly, the manager emailed the expert and wrote, I will not pay you this outrageous bill without it being itemized and explained. Soon he received an invoice with the following: for tapping on equipment with hammer, $1. For knowing where to tap, $99. And that is a quite funny, but at the same time it's a true, because it's not so much about what the mentor do to you, but what are the mentor doing to you that can tap into your personal life. We need mentor who possess wisdom, who know how to tap a few words, but that words is practical in our life. We need mentor who can play to our strength, who can show to us our potential. We need mentor who see opportunities before. Otherwise, if we want to find mentor who can see opportunity which otherwise will be missed without a mentor. We need a mentor to have that skill, to have that 99% skill, to see and tap the potential that we have, and to more focus on our strength. And that is the work of a mentor. And we really need a mentor who possess wisdom, who can tap the potential within us. That the story about 99% is the person is having a wisdom to do what he need to do. And number 5 is that a good mentor provides friendship and support. Now, in the book, John shared about the story of how Peter Drucker, after Peter Drucker died. Peter Drucker is one of the management guru. He mentoring some people, and one of the people that he mentor is Jim Collins, one of the good writer about in business. And when Peter Drucker died, Jim Collins wrote a memo or something that he remind about Peter Drucker, and he says that he learned so much from Peter Drucker's mentoring him. And one thing at the end of his writing, he says that one thing that he learned more from Peter Drucker is his friendship, and how Peter Drucker built a friendship with his mentee, which is in his personal life. And from this, that we want to find a mentor, not just who can teach us or lead us into with our professional life, but also we want to find mentor that who provide not just wisdom, but also provide friendship and support to us. And it is easier for us to learn from, it's easier for us to be taught with someone that are close to us. We need a mentor who can not just inform our mind, but also a mentor who can touch our heart. So that is why it is important for us to find a good mentor who will become our friends, to have a relationship with us, who provide support and also friendship with us. And number 6, that we need to find a good mentor. A good mentor is a coach who makes a difference in people's life. We need to find a mentor who are good, who become a coach who can change our life. And I love this quote by John. He quote this book by Kevin Hall. The book is entitled Aspire, and I also recommend reading this book. And in that book, Kevin Hall explained about what is coach, and he says this. In Japanese, they call it sensei, and sensei is someone who are good at martial art, who become master in martial art. In Japanese, we call it sensei. In Sanskrit, they call them guru, and guru are the one who guru is come from 2 words. Gu is darkness, Ru is light, and guru is someone who takes someone or who teach someone, to turn someone from darkness to light. That is what guru is. And then there is a word called lama. These are in the Tibet, they call it lama. Lama is someone who have the spirituality and also who have that authority to teach other person. And also in Italy, they call it maestro, who is a master to teach music, someone who can teach some other people. And in France, they call it tutor, who is the private teacher. And in England, they call it guide. Guide is someone who knows and show the way. And in Greece, they call it mentor. And mentor is someone who are wise, trusted, advisor. And that is what mentor is all about. We need to find coach who can learn you, to bring you from darkness to light, who can teach you about spirituality, who have authority to teach you, who can really show you in private teaching or private teacher for us, who can show us, not just show the way, but also to know the way, and also not just become a wise advisor, but become a trusted advisor to us. We need to find a good mentor who can coach us to make a difference in our life. And I just want to read from you. John also share about what does coach mean. So he gave this acronym. C stand for care for the people they coach. O stand for observe their attitude, behavior, and performance. A, align them with their strengths for peak performance. And C, communicate and give feedback about their performance. And H is help them to improve their life and performance. And that is the kind of mentor that we want to have. A mentor that who not just touching our who not just inform our head, but also touching our heart, and also to bring and make a difference in our life. And along the way, once you want to find a mentor, this is what happened. At first, you begin with self-awareness. Self-awareness is saying to you that I don't know. Once you come into that self-realization, when you say that actually I don't know, or I don't know much about this thing, and the next thing happens is that either you learn about it and then you become pride, or you become someone who is humble. And people who pride says this: I don't need anyone. And I don't want you guys to become prideful or become someone who say to themselves that I don't need anyone. You need anyone. We need to become someone, or either way, pride, or you become a humble person. And humble person says this: teach me, or I need your help. And it must come first. At first is that self-realization. I need help. And then it comes to humility, where you say, please help me. And that is what a mentor for. You want to become humble and to become a student under the feet of people who have been there, who have taste experience, who know, who have lived their wisdom either from their success or failure. You want to learn from them. Why? Because the law of modeling says this: it's hard to improve when you have no one but yourself to follow. Until we meet again in another video.